Hello everybody, you're here with Claro Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today the inspiration was the new, I thought it was new. I think they brought it up for limited edition and then they brought it back or something like that. Never heard of it, but they say it's back. So I don't know where I was or where they showed this one, but it's called Mimi and it's the new blush stick. So it's back on stock if it ever was here before, but to me it's completely new. And it's completely new because if I had known about this color, this would have been my first choice of buying from all the blush sticks. Now I have almost all of them. So I say almost because I think I'm missing one or two. And so at the beginning, I bought some that were not the greatest for my skin color, and then I keep adding, and the last ones I have added have been the best for me. So, but the inspiration of today's look is this one, and it comes in this gold top versus the other ones, and a little pinkier bottom. So it's supposed to be limited edition, it's special. I don't know what it is about this. I never heard of it before, but it's new, and it's here, and I love it. So let's begin, but I decided to do and start from bare skin. So I don't know, the lighting here doesn't really help me much. So we're gonna see how this pans out. So the first thing we're gonna do is apply the foundation sticks. Now on this, I have 3 colors. Now, my exact color, the one that works the best, is Atelier 1. I got Atelier N back in the day because it was the next one down, but since then they added couple or several colors to the line. So now apparently there's 2 below Atelier 1 is 0.5 and 0, and then the N. So I don't know how the 0 will look on me, but I got the 0.5. And so 0.5 and Atelier N and 0.5, these are very pale for me. So if you have very light skin, this will be more for you. I think they probably have a little more rosier color than the yellowish undertone that I have. However, you know, I put it here and there because it is lighter than my skin color, trying to use them up, really. So I still have to try the Atelier 0, but the Atelier 1 does wonders for me. So in this scenario, and she always suggests, well, you know, I want to cover the redness first. That's where I always go. But then we have to apply some N. Let's apply N first right here, which is the lightest. N is the lightest of it all. And I'm gonna use it to cover the redness and all this jazz that I don't want seen or equalize, right? And so usually it's the center, the middle of my face. And so let's apply this about the under eye. I'm applying a good amount and I'm trying to do today, not a long video, a shorter video, even though we're starting from scratch, which is also always a little challenge. So probably I won't do much of, well, I'll do some swatches, but you can check. I already tried this blush that was the inspiration. I'll put the link down below. I applied it together with the new Tone 4 lipstick, Rose de Rosier, which I love. It's kind of that dark fuchsia that I was looking for. And so today, hopefully we're gonna do a little more casual look, and the really difference will be the bright lipstick. We won't use the bold lipstick, although Westman Atelier has that option. And so now I'm using the Atelier 1, which it is my color. Now I must say, if you notice, I applied the N and I said, that's not my color, this and that. But this foundations, this texture or this formula is so forgiving in the coloring, in the sense that it really melts into your skin and sort of, I guess like a cream will do, you know, that it kind of becomes part of your skin, and in that turns or melts into the color of your skin. So even if it's not an exact match, you know, it will work for you. Does that make sense? You know, where everything just starts melting and looking through. Of course, the only one that really notices that that's not you coloring is you, because you're used to seeing a certain undertone, a certain glow to your skin. For example, if I wear a foundation that it is too golden, it might look nice and people might say that looks nice, it gives you some color. But me, I'm not used to seeing myself in that darker tint, and so I might be uncomfortable by it, right? But it's just because I'm not familiar with it. So there you go. I guess if you're very good at makeup, you get used to looking in different colors, different tints, different anything, and nothing bothers you. But I'm not there, guys. I like the tone of my skin. I'm used to the tone of my skin. And so I like the tone of my skin on my face. There you have it. That's as much as we're gonna do. Now, let's do the feature item here. You know that I always like to go there because that's what is in my mind. So we are grabbing the, what is new? I can't place it. What did I do with it? I just had it in my hand. I think it's this one. Yes. Okay. Baby Cheeks Blush Stick. Mimi. Yes. It's just I got confused because most of the lead ups, you see, these are the kind of the highlighters. They have this shiny thing, and this one has that shiny top. I wonder if it's because it has some shine to it, but looking at it, doesn't really look. But let's apply it. So I'm gonna apply it a little bit. You know, I've been doing a lot of looks with things back here, so I've been kind of confused on where to apply my blush now. But this one is the type that you want towards the front. You want it like how you usually apply blush, right? And so, seems that I got my finger dirty from the foundation. I'm gonna clean it up with a wet towel. It's very interesting. It got bubbled in. I wonder what I had in my hand that it did that. Or if it's some of the new skincare products that I'm trying that created that, I'm not sure. But I need my clean fingers if I'm gonna apply the blush. Oh my God, and I forgot about this. Ha, 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 ha. Now, I'm not gonna do the one side with a brush and one side with my fingers, because if you've seen some of my other Westman Atelier, we try that, they all work. It's just really what's your preference, and my preference is my fingers. It's just much faster, much easier. Love this color. I mean, look at that. So I wanted to start with this because really, if you guys are in a run, this is all you need. And then a good balm, a good lipstick, a good, you know. Right? Now, you know me. The first thing I want to do is put a little bit of the Biscuit, which is the line. These ones are easier to find, these two. The Biscuit, which is the contour, and the Lit Up, which is to highlight. So you can do all three, but you could just run out the door like this. I just like to point this and point this. Right? It's something that is barely there, but it makes a difference for me. So on the Lit Up, I'm not gonna use the transparent one, this one, because if you want to see how this one looks with this blush, you can check out the other video I did, which I played with that color quite a bit. So today I wanted to do one side with the Nectar, which is the best seller, it's a little peachy, and one side with the Visage lit up. I don't know if I shoot with this. This was a limited edition. It came in the gift set for Christmas. I'm sure they're gonna bring it back if it's not still available, because it was such a big hit. It was such a great color. It will, I think, become another of their best sellers. So right now I'm adding Nectar. You can immediately see this one does have a little more highlight quality. Do you see it? Yeah, see that? So the blush itself, it has a little bit. Maybe that's why they put the golden top, but not as much. Look at that. So this is very nice. This, it needs a little something in my opinion. So we're gonna try the cream champagne instead of the Nectar and see if there is any difference. The good thing about the Westman Atelier products is you can mix and match all of them and not mess it up. So if you choose a little lighter, a little darker of your foundation stick, if you use one highlighter versus another, if you mix some of the blushes, it always works. The bronzer, the Peau the Peche, I'll show them to you right now. So this brand, that is the lovely thing. And that is hard for my skin color, because usually because I am so fair, you put products, you have to be careful. They mess a little bit, it's too much color. But this whole line, this one is one of my favorites, is like so easy. Can't mess it up. Even with your fingers, you can't mess it up. You can't look like a mess. I mean, you might not look like super perfect, made out or whatever, but you will look good enough, you know, to run around. So far, do we see really a difference between the champagne cream and the Nectar? Well, it's very little, and of course I'm not applying a lot, but I do see a little color in person if it's not translating in the camera. So this one, I do see more of that color showing through, and this one is a little more paler. You know, my face looks a little paler. So in this case, I want more. In this, is getting there, right? Because we still have to do the lips and stuff. So that's kind of a preference. If I just want to do two, I will do this. If I want to do a little more paler, a lot bolder lips, perhaps something like that, I would go with the champagne. And if it's like today that I really don't know what I'm doing, just playing with the brand, because why not, right? So now I'm gonna put the Nectar on this side, because of course we need to equalize it, guys. I mean, I don't want one side and off. Equalize it, you know, that's a made up word for me. I don't know if it exists, but equalizing is so minimum, but still, you know, when you finish makeup and something is not the same, something's off, you can't really, your eye can't really tell, but something really tells you something's off. That's why I like to at least put as much as possible together. So the other thing I wanted to try was the bronzer. Why? Because we're playing with the brand. And so again, you can just go like this, but me, and I really recommend you using the brush that she suggests from her brand with the bronzer. The reason being is because it's so perfect for it. I mean, it works perfectly. I'm sure it works with many other brushes, but this one is just perfect for it. And I love that. So I'm just gonna do this, and I'm bronzing myself up because my skin doesn't look the best today. I think it's because I get intoxicated with bread. Does that happen to you? When I eat bread, there's this little dots and stuff that comes out in my skin. Usually they come in my nose or in my lower back. They're very tiny, they come for a little bit and then they disappear. But do you guys have that? I think it's just a food allergy. But yeah, and only certain breads and not all the time. So who knows? Maybe it's a food allergy that comes with a combination of things. All right, so I love this. And if you notice, I'm putting the bronzer on top of the cream blushes because, again, this brand, you really can mess it up. I probably will put a little bit more, but really the reason I'm putting all the stuff just on top is because I am exploring what it does, what it looks more like. Right now it looks a little more, you know, blurred in, but you still see the color of the blush, meaning you don't look like emollient from the cream blush, you know, that sometimes it looks like that. And I didn't use any powder, but when you're using creams, you tend to look like that. And now that I put the bronzer on top, it's sort of like you use powder, but not, because this is not powder consistency. It does look like powder. It does apply like powder, but then it becomes sort of set. It's not on top of the skin. It again melts into the skin. I'm not sure how she did this. Then she has this other Peau, what is it, super loaded tint highlights. This was like so different on her brand. You don't see a lot of brands anything like it. And there has like 4 colors. I have 2 of them, Peau de Rose and Peau de Peche. I have to say, I'm not in love with these 2 products. I know everybody is, and she puts them and whatever. Let's see. I still not exactly why I add them. Like right now we can add them, we can do with a finger and just stop. We can use, because I bought the brush for it. And I think it just makes very emollient, very highlighted. So if you like that bronzing sort of look, you know, you will love this one. To me, is my least favorite of the whole brand, because I even like the lip gloss. Now, interesting enough, this one, and it's not about the color, but it reminds me of the Chanel La Pause, the new blush that looks very dark. But when you apply it and you diffuse it, you're able to get this peachy tone that looks beautiful. That kind of effect I get with this ones, as if you apply them, they don't look like they look here, but then they give you this tint in the background sort of thing. I think these ones have the effect. Maybe that's why people have loved them so much. However, they do have a lot of illuminating shine to it. And to me, it becomes too much versus the lid ups or the highlights that we use. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's apply one. And I did buy the brush because I tried it many different ways with the finger and things, and I just didn't get the fuss. You know, I didn't get why people love them so much. So I got the brush and applied exactly like she does. I still don't get the fuss, but having said that, it's a loved product. So, you know, still playing with it, but let's see. I don't know, what should I wear? The rose or the little more brownie? Well, I feel like being a little more bronze today, so I'm gonna use the Peche, which is the one I least use. And so, let's see what it does this time and see if you like it. Oh, I should have shown you one side and then not the other, right? Well, you kind of saw how I was looking. See, I do like it today. I'm telling you, this is... I guess it has to do with your mood. Because today I needed some lift me up. So the fact that this has some shine to it, I welcome it. And the fact that I have pink and, you know, then I appreciate the brown that this color brings. So I have a feeling that you could use, and I keep applying, you could use this and the blush, the new blush, and that's it. Without the Biscuit that I tried, the bronzer and all that. Of course, I can't show you the look, but I have a feeling those two will work perfectly, and that's all you need. And the reason it's working, that I'm just piling products and stuff like that, is because I'm using a little bit. So I'm not using a lot, a ton, and it allows to melt into my skin. And it still looks natural, even in person. And look how beautiful. I mean, I can't say enough, right? All right, so we tried that. Now I love this one. And if you notice, this is the one that I least have used. I wear this one, which is the Peau de Peche. And so, and she has two darker than this. But today, I love what that did. And if you've seen one of my other videos on Westman Atelier, I have used the Biscuit per her tutorials, which is the one I use for the line. I have used it all over. Some of you comment that was your favorite looks to me. It did bronze me, tan me. It's not the usual orangey sun golden tan. It just warmed up my face so lovely. So you can go with that sort of tones, which will be a little more red in it. But then you can bronze out in that golden sunlight, like you saw when I applied the actual bronzer. It has a little more orange, but not orange in my skin, which is a miracle. I actually took forever to buy this because I was sure it was gonna look orangey. It doesn't, you saw, but it does give you that golden sunlight. Or a little more in the brown, you know, highlight with this one, which is a little darker color. It's not the golden sunlight. Of course, I also use the bronzer today, but so you see a little bit of the orangey. But if you notice, that one is more in the browns, which are very in trend right now. Very kind of darker, brownish, sort of warming. So very, very versatile. You really have everything here. Now, what I had chose for the eyes today was the last 3-pot that she has. Now she sells some of this individually, which is lovely. I love the individual tabac. That is a favorite. It's not on this trio, but that one is so usable for everything. But the reason I brought this out is because I was looking for a little bit of pinkish. And this Biscuit is a little bit in the pinkish tone, not pink, just pinkish tone. And so let me just apply this all over my lid and show you one and not the other. See, very, very light, very casual, very elegant, but wash and wear, if you know what I mean. And remember, I have put some of the bronzing in there to bring some color, but look at the difference. It's so tiny. So this is the times where you don't feel like shimmer. You don't feel like very highlighted. You don't feel, but you do want some light reflection, some lighting, maybe some, so your eyes don't look, in my case, with a little purplish. You see? And then of course I always have to define my crease because my hoodiness. So in the same trio, you have this, which is Frappe. So this one is a little bit on the dark browns again, but not in the orangey, in the tan like tabac. So I'm looking for, because I do have their brush, their eye brush, Westman Atelier. It looks like this. So the feathers are kind of in and out. I don't know if you can see that there's some short and long ones. And so, and of course you can use it with cream. So we're gonna do that. I usually will go with my finger like this, but let's try the brush since I have it. And I don't know why today I'm having a hard time looking at the colors on the screen on my phone where I'm filming. I usually can see much better, and so I use the screen on my phone as a mirror sort of thing. But today it's a little hard. So we're almost done. Of course, I'm doing the usual basic, just warming up my lid. So last, I wanted to say that these products at the beginning, because there's mixed reviews, it does need some getting used to this type of makeup. It does have some learning curve per se, because if you go at it as you would normally, you immediately would say, well, these are patchy or these are dry or whatever, but it's not. It's just the way they go in, it's the way they perform, it's the whole feeling. But I have to say, these don't irritate me. These are so comfortable. This one's, I feel the clean beauty whole idea behind them, right? Because this is clean beauty. So I really love the brand, but it does need some getting used to and getting to know it and getting comfortable with the whole application of it, with the whole way they go. So after this, let's go with lips. And of course I have here 3, but I just want to show you. So this is the bowls, and it has the pink, the burgundy, the orange, and a little softer. I have this one that is more fall. This is Les Bordeaux, so it has more browns in it. And then of course I have the beige, which is a nude. So it's really, what are we in the mood for? So I'm gonna apply this bottom one because it's the very neutral, loving. I really like that color on me in a very neutral way. And then we'll play, right? What color do I want to increase or not increase? So I love that, but I immediately thought I want to go into Bordeaux. I don't know why today I'm a little more in the browns. I don't know if you saw my, I made a video on very dark lipstick from Chanel, the 178. I love that look, so elegant. And so somehow we're getting into spring. And I'm getting into the browns, darks, right? Maybe because there's been so much pinks, soft pinks, that somebody needs to start pulling towards darker colors, man. But definitely, I want you to see how versatile. I mean, just with these 3 lip colors, you can mix and match and put a little bit here and a little bit there and see where you want to go. Of course, the lip liner, and of course, she has the gloss. So just to finish up the look, let's apply a soft mascara. I'm not going anything crazy. I think I have still some leftover from Legendary Lashes from Charlotte Tilbury. Let's finish this baby up, if I can open it. Yeah. And the other thing I haven't tried is Westman Atelier mascara. So that would be a good thing to try. But I have to tell you, I just ordered another Clean Beauty mascara, which will be coming up soon. So there is something that is coming for you guys reviewing my first impressions. And for the pictures that I saw, it looked amazing, the eyelashes. And I really want to turn into all clean sort of makeup, because I am finding the effects now. I don't know if it's all just stuck. I mean, listen, I have worn makeup my whole life and it hasn't been a big deal at all. And out of the sudden, things affect me, there's a result, my eyes get irritated. Is that happened to you all? Or is it just a conversation about clean beauty and being more aware that it might not be the best for us, that is making us notice that even more? I'm not sure. So anyhow, this is the final look. I hope you like it. We went a little more in the burgundy with the pinks, and yeah. Hope you like playing with Westman Atelier and playing with me as usual. A little blah, 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 talk, 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 talk. But it seems that that will be the characteristic of my channel. Come and be with me for a little bit while we talk makeup. Thank you very much for watching. If you're still here and you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. Please ring the bell on the right hand corner. Please refer me. You know, let people know about me. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I want to grow this channel and I want to grow it with you. Thank you all that have commented on previous videos, and please comment below. Suggestions, requests, comments, anything. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.